Zachary Dirk Top, better known as Zach Top, didn't just stumble into country music, he grew up in it. Born on September 26, 1997, and raised on a ranch in Sunnyside, Washington, Zach's earliest memories are of feeding livestock while humming Marty Robbins and George Jones. At 3, he held his first toy guitar. By 5, he was taking lessons. By 7, he and his siblings, his sister on bass, brother on mandolin, another sister on fiddle, formed a bluegrass band, Top String. For a decade, they toured small stages and family festivals, learning the cadence of harmony and the discipline of performance. Zach's adolescence was spent refining his craft in various bluegrass bands. He joined Seattle's North Country and later Modern Tradition, winning the SPBGMA International Band Competition in 2017. His voice, unpolished and sincere, echoed the heart of Americana. He even topped bluegrass charts with a cover that spoke of his natural storytelling instincts. Initially, Zach balanced bluegrass and engineering studies at the University of Colorado Boulder. But music won. He left school and moved to Nashville in 2021, signing a publishing deal with Major Bob Music. His early solo singles landed him on bluegrass radio and solidified his identity as a neo-traditionalist. In 2023, Zach embraced country with full force by signing to indie label Leo 33. His first major country single, Sounds Like the Radio, dropped in January 2024. Co-written with Nashville veterans Carson Chamberlain and Wyatt McCubbin, the song captured the nostalgia of 90s country with a fresh twist. It became a top 20 hit on country airplay and turned heads. That spring, his debut album, Cold Beer and Country Music, hit shelves. Produced by Carson Chamberlain, it was a love letter to honky-tonk, heartbreak, and late-night drives. Critics praised its masterclass in traditional country, drawing comparisons to George Strait, Keith Whitley, and Randy Travis. The album debuted high on the country charts, with tracks like I Never Lie going viral on TikTok and becoming his first #1 country radio single. Zach's breakout moment came with March 2025's performance debut at RodeoHouston, where his traditional style stood out amid pop-driven acts. Fans applauded his authenticity, and finally his music was reaching country's biggest stages. As he gained momentum, industry recognition followed. He won ACM New Male Artist of the Year 2025, earned a CMA nomination for New Artist of the Year, and was hailed as the future of country by Billboard. A highlight was performing the heartfelt Use Me during the ACM Awards, reminding viewers that beneath the swagger lay real emotion and craft. Live performance became a hallmark of his brand. He toured with Dierks Bentley on the Broken Branches tour, sharing stages at iconic venues like Madison Square Garden. Then in January, he launched his own headlining Cold Beer and Country Music tour, selling out Nashville's Ryman within hours and selling tens of thousands more tickets nationwide. On June 20th, 2025, the tour expanded. New stops added across fall 2025 at legendary venues like Red Rocks Amphitheater, Twice, KFC Yum Center, Credit One Stadium, Paycom Center, Rogers Arena Vancouver, among others. The fall dates followed the release of his highly anticipated sophomore album, Ain't In It For My Health, set for August 29th, and its lead single, Good Times and Tan Lines. Already dubbed a summer anthem, these new shows included headlining slots in Lubbock, OKC, Missoula, and thousands more, ensuring fans coast to coast a chance to see him live. Beyond touring, Zach's creative spirit stretches wide. His upcoming album blends 90s country, honky-tonk twang, and bluegrass roots, never sacrificing authenticity for trend. It's clear he won't chase commercial whims. Instead, he seeks longevity through sincerity. Zach's appeal connects beyond country's boundaries. Rolling Stone, New York Times, and Billboard recognized his debut among the best of 2024. His live performances are described as thrilling, and fans online praise his humility and engagement. On Reddit, a fan noted, "He takes time with each person. I know that is harder the bigger he is going to get, but he's doing it right." That authenticity defines him. Even as he reaches arena stardom, he remains grounded, sharing dog pics, backstage smiles, and Taylor Swift comparisons with gentle humor. Looking at where he started, dairy farms, sibling harmony, small-town dreams, Zach Top's rise shows how traditional country still holds power when delivered by someone who believes in it. His songs of bars, pickup trucks, honesty, and heart wear no filters. They hold real stories for real people. As he steps into bigger venues and broader recognition, Zach remains faithful to his roots. His upcoming album feels like an invitation to an Oakwood dance hall, cold beer in hand, under neon lights. And the tour, a roadmap of everywhere America listens to country, demonstrates his mission to connect, uplift, and stay real. By the time the fall leg wraps in November, he will have performed over 50 headlining dates alongside festival stops, rodeo stages, award shows, and national tours. Most importantly, he will have written the next chapter of his story, one rooted in honesty and fueled by humble beginnings. At age 27, Zach Top is more than a rising star. He's a torchbearer for neo-traditional country. He inherited the spirit of 90s heroes, but carved his own path with clarity and charisma. His life, from bluegrass childhood to Nashville dreams, reminds us that sometimes the most meaningful breakthroughs come from staying true to who you are. His influence is now expanding into mentorship as well. Zach has been quietly working with up-and-coming artists behind the scenes, offering guidance and songwriting help to those looking to preserve the heart of traditional country music. His Nashville home studio has become a space not just for his own work, but for others to find their sound with his guidance. It's the kind of behind-the-scenes work that won't make headlines but builds lasting legacies. Zach also takes time to give back to his community. He's been involved with music education programs, including hosting workshops in schools and supporting nonprofit arts organizations that supply instruments to rural and underserved youth. He often credits his own upbringing, surrounded by family, music, and hard work, as the foundation for everything he's achieved. "It's not about being famous," he once said during an interview. "It's about making music that means something." While most of his public persona is rooted in music, Zach has hinted at branching out creatively. In a recent interview, he expressed interest in one day producing a documentary about the roots of American country and bluegrass music, featuring both his own journey and the overlooked pioneers who shaped the genre. He also hinted at writing a book, possibly a memoir or a songwriting guide for young artists. Fans and critics alike see in Zach a reminder that country music doesn't have to abandon its roots to be relevant. His authenticity, stage presence, and lyrical honesty position him not just as a performer, but as a steward of tradition for a new generation. And yet, despite all the acclaim and achievements, Zach remains remarkably humble. When asked what's next, he typically smiles and says, "Just more songs, more shows, and more chances to make people feel something." In an industry often obsessed with reinvention and flash, his steady, grounded approach is refreshing. As he continues his cold beer and country music tour into 2026, Zach Top is doing more than selling out arenas. He's building something timeless, something that will echo long after the last note fades, just like the legends before him.